So, if you guys just arriving or been here for a while, I highly recommend, if you're in the world right now, open your menu by tapping up and down, go to live stream, and click the refresh button because I am going to have a PowerPoint right behind me. So if you want to see the PowerPoint, I highly recommend do so. Again, tap up and down on your joystick, go to live stream, and click the refresh button. If you're on desktop, press M on your keyboard. Again, as M on the keyboard. But those who are watching on the live stream instead, well, you're good. It's going to be showing right in front of you. And we'll let our our live stream engineer handle that for you. So they'll be switching back and forth between me and the PowerPoint. With that being said, now, who am I? Well, I'm many things, obviously. I've been on this platform for about 6 years, almost 7. So, first off, I'm Projekt Community's Director of Media and Marketing. I'm also Rossi's founder and community leader, which is a community of content creators. Then, I'm also a VRChat live stream event specialist, which is basically what you guys seen on the feed this past whole entire week, where we go to different events and showcase with the different multicams that we have. Also, I'm a world builder here in VRChat. I built a couple worlds. I just released a world last Saturday, so if you guys want to check it out, it's called Comfort Vista 2.0. I'm also a VRC TikToker since 2019. VTuber on the side, film creator, and of course, I've done a couple works with VKT and VRCon in the past. But enough about me. It's actually, hold on. Got get a little ahead of myself here. But anyways, to elaborate a little bit more. So what is my role at Projekt Community? Well, I'm director of media marketing, and basically what that means is I manage projects and workloads across the media team. So I make sure everyone's all right. They have the tools, the software to get the stuff done, and if they need any help, I go help out or delegate some work to someone else. Next is, I'm basically the visionary. So basically, what are the ideas, the style, the theming, or the direction where we want Projekt Community to go. Basically, I pitch my idea to my team, and my team makes it happen. And at the same time, if my team has anything they want to say to me or have an idea, I get to have the final say on it. And also, the biggest thing when it comes to media and marketing is production translate. Basically, I have to take whatever the devs say in our department, like, hey, how this Udon script works, or talk about, let's say, the very high-tech words that most people don't understand, like JavaScript, SDKs, and stuff like that. So I have to translate something where most people can understand what they're talking about. So, and then I give that translation to my team to handle it or review how they translate it. And lastly, of course, be hands on deck, helping all of my team and making sure, everything's well smooth and they're not overstressed, they're not overworked, they're having a good time, the whole nine yards. But at the end of the day, it's not really about me, it's actually about the team. The team is what makes this community possible. Without them, Projekt Community wouldn't be here. So, and really, thanks to all their hard work, they have made a lot of cool things within a couple months or less. Because it's just mind-blowing how much they have done. So, Sorry, I'm just regathering my notes. But anyways. So this includes, a lot of the infrastructure work that goes behind the scenes. We have to make sure we have stuff that keeps track of projects. Cloud storage is up to date. OBS prefab, so everyone easy to use. Optimizations for OBS. Multicam streaming with VRC CDN network. Tons of assets we have made. And also, with those assets, we had to develop catalogs so they can work with each other, or easier to browse for different artists to use. For example, let's say our art director, DevMap, needs to find something for his poster, like a graffiti art, instead of trying to go to like the World Team and grab their assets, or go to Livestream, grab whatever we make over here, he just looks at what we post in our little catalog book. Oh, I like that. Download, drag and drop to his Photoshop, put on a poster, and ship it. All that has to work fluently. And then, of course, our team collaboration. So, it's space where, we all can hang out, chill, and work with among each other and share ideas. Plus, there's so much more that goes into this, just to make this workable. So, the thing is, Projekt Media is not a regular media team at all. We cannot just focus on just making a video or a quick live stream. We have to be a little bit of everything. Our media team has to be both a game studio and a multimedia production studio. So, what does that mean? Well, that means we're going to have to work a little bit on the texture work here and there when it comes to certain props. We also have to create assets that can work across different spaces. And of course, the actual advertisement themselves. Then whatever that, the actual media production itself needs internally in order to make said final product. For example, on the very far edge of the screen, you might notice a lot of little logos right there. That is our credit board for this year's fest. That's all the communities who have submitted their logos, and we're going to have to make sure animate all those logos in our final video. So why do we keep it together while most other communities or productions keep it separate? Well, for our purposes, it makes sense to, to keep it together because it helps keep the theme and brand consistently, especially when we have a small team of volunteers. Also, this helps us be a little more creative, instead of creating like one asset multiple times, just to work with different softwares, different ways of mediums, or different anything. It's easier for us to build one asset that can be reused multiple ways, like how I mentioned earlier with the art catalog, right? Let's take this spray, for example, and instead of just using it for marketing, let's toss it in our video. Let's also toss it in our live stream. Hey, World Team, here you go. Have fun. Put it on the wall over there. So that helps, keep identity together. And at the same time, less work for all of us. It's there, let's use it. And that goes for the next thing I just mentioned, share the same resources and artistry. So, and with that, it also helps us keep the same artists that we have. So instead of having like 20 different artists, we can keep the same few artists that we have. And of course, easier communications. So with easier communications, it allows us to sit down and talk with each other, find new ways to like, hey, how can I make my video work for you, World Team, or you, live stream folks? How can we integrate together? how can we reuse it? What? And at the same time, while we're talking, we're learning from each other. What's best for them, what's best for her, and how can we find the medium ground? And with that comes with exploration, experimentation. We're all learning together how to make the best optimized video or product at the end of the day. And of course, this inspires a lot of hype and experiences among staff. They get inspired because we have a little section in our Discord called Staff Criticism and Review. Well, they just post their work. Hey, do you like that? Or yay, nay, or maybe change that. And a lot of times what we end up seeing. You know what? Hold on. Let me do that. Someone goes out to work on it, brings it. Hey, how's this? Like, whoa, holy crap, damn, I love it, right? And then they go back and forth and make the final product, share the Photoshop file or Illustrator or GIMP, whatever. Just so it can be improved and just, everyone's happy about it. Everyone is able to work flawlessly together. It's just an endless hype train. And with all that hard work, as you can see, just around you, it left a huge expression. Not just last year's, but this year's. It gets getting better and better every year. So that's why we keep Media Team very heavily together and not separate to different departments. I know sometimes it can get confusing, but it works out. But with all that said, let's get actually nitty-gritty. One of the things that a lot of people tend to ask me is how we do our live streams. So, a little fun fact, our live streams ain't normal. Not one bit. Because we do a multicam. And this multicam, it allows us to go to different worlds, different community events, and live stream in a way where we can actually highlight the community itself or create memories out of it. Because we're no longer relying on their system. Even if they don't have one, we're ready to go. Oh, give me a second. Like someone showing in with a heavy avatar. Alright. But honestly, we're not the first ones who have made this multicam system. In fact, I gotta give big thanks to VCAT. They're the ones that kind of inspired this whole process. Especially to Lun and Lil Bagel. Back then, when we first started on it, it was just a simple DJ system with VRCDN, where each DJ has to take a turn of the feed where we have to tell them, hey, okay, stop your feed, or silent, you're next. Start streaming to me. Alright, once their DJ event ends. Alright, in your stream, alright, Wally Pixel, you're good to go, start streaming, you're good. Alright, start DJing. So, yeah. Give me one moment. Let me block the person for a moment. That's causing me lag. Alright, I don't see them anymore. I stopped lagging. Okay. Nope, still here. Okay. Nope. Okay. I'm just going to deal with the lag. So, okay. Alrighty. So, okay. Give me one extra second. Actually, it's actually getting worse. Let me go Advanced settings.
Hold on. Here. Really quick, Veeps, just to help you out so you can do this. Everyone that is inside this instance, we're gonna have to initiate a rule. Please go ahead and switch into a medium or better avatar, so then we can help them optimize and be able to get through this event. Please and thank you.
There is not medium, it's very poor only on Polingo. Okay, I'm still. We get an avatar. Damn, you're medium.
Alrighty, thank you for everyone who's switching for me. I also activate what we like to call in media team quest mode, which is just basically us modifying our avatar optimization settings by dropping the download and the uncompress avatar less than 100 megabytes. So basically, I'm only seeing quest avies from here point on. But anyways, since I got my frames back and actually can speak and not actually stuttering hard, as I was saying, you know, we at Projekt Community weren't the first ones at all. VKT was the first one. They, back then, when we first started, you know, it was only one DJ at a time can stream to us, and we can reship it out. And we had to wait until the said DJ is done with their event, told them to end stream, and the next DJ goes on. So we decided. Oh. God damn it. Anyways. We decided to take that idea and let's see how can we make this not stop the stream at all, you know, keep it flowing, you know, from all parties around. So when we used to be at VRCon, we finally found a way for private keys when VR CDN decided to update their system a little more and allow us to experiment a little bit with it. So now we're able to capture from different folks at the same time and ship it directly to us. So we can capture the feed and select which camera is the best view at any moment and put our overlays and ship it out to Twitch. As the years went by, we made it more advanced. So the question is, how can we get, you know, people who want to show a PowerPoint like me here today on stage separate from everyone else, but yet the stream's still able to see it? So what we end up doing is keep almost the same exact system, but add a couple layers to it. So now the event host, like me, on the very top right here, is streaming directly to the server, then shipped it out to the master instance, which all of you guys are in this world are the master instance. But at the same time, Emma over here, who's live streaming this whole thing for us, is capturing the same feed from the server and also all the other camera crew that's around her right now, capturing their feed and choosing when to switch at any moment, put the overlay on. Then from there, we shipped it to the server, goes to Twitch, and for anyone who's on Quest, before the VRChat update allowed Twitch and YouTube to work on the platform, we also shipped it directly to all the worlds via the CDN. So we didn't stop innovating there. We actually expanded even more. Because one of the main problems with that system was if our stream engineer ever went down, that was end of stream. We gotta wait until they come back online to reboot the whole thing. So instead, everything's mostly the same, but now there's always two people at any moment that can take over. So let's say Emma over here lost power instantly. Vanessa, that was on stage a moment ago, can take over in a few seconds and never miss a beat. And that's how we do our stuff today. Also, we kind of do some more advanced things this year, but we're still experimenting. And maybe I might explain it down the road. Who knows? But that's the core of the whole system. So, some of you guys, how does this look on our end? Well, it can be very chaotic. This is a prime example when we're streaming last year's PvP event with the Krieg, the Daleks, the Blood Ravens, and United Republic. We had 7 camera people on set streaming their feed to us, and I get to select which feed of theirs, make sure the audio is good, put the overlays, and ship it to the CDN, and the CDN does the rest of spreading the feed. And what makes it easier for us as a showrunner or stream engineer, I highly recommend a Gato Stream Deck or some sort of visual mixer device on your desk, so you can go in and just press a button to change scene at any moment. But with all this complexity, yeah, we keep pushing CDN. Big thanks to Jazzy for making this possible and all their hard work over there, that, you know, we're able to do this stuff for all of you guys. But I believe this is the first year that they're not stressing over this anymore. I have not gotten a single message yet saying, like, hold on, stop, you know, slow down, nothing like that. So I'm happy that we've finally gone through the hard phase. So, if you like to do anything with VRC again, I highly recommend you use them. They're great. I don't know why I lost my train of thought, but anyways. They've been very great to us, and without them, none of the system will be here, or the stuff that we're able to do here today. And also, if you guys are looking for a multicam production or live stream of any sorts by Projekt Community, if you want us to work with you guys and give you a quote, go ahead, it's up in any director's DMs, or go to Projekt Community business at
business at ProjectCommunity.com.
Thank you, Deathmat. Business at ProjectCommunity.com. Email us over there as well, and we'll give you a quote. But that's just some of the behind the scenes. Now, how do we manage all this? So, first things we need to get through is, like I mentioned earlier, this is all volunteers. So we're not getting paid to do any of this. All the tools that we're developing are still in active development. And we are still exploring and fine-tuning our craftsmanships. None of this information is available to us out there. We try Googling it. We try to look at YouTube, the whole 9 yards. The problem is, you need to know someone in an industry to do that stuff. And luckily, thanks to Chris and a few others that's in our team, it's been helping us along the way to make this possible. The hardest gap that we have is in the industry, they're obviously using thousands and thousands of dollars of equipment and software. That's something that is unattainable to us today. Hopefully, down the road, we can get to that point. But for now, we're either building a lot of stuff internally to make this work, or using royalty-free stuff like OBS or very low cost like VRCDN to help us to achieve those goals that normally a large production studio like NFL does all the time. So, with that, anything can go wrong. Anything. The goal is always treat it that's going to happen. It's always going to be unexpected. Be ready to adapt. And also, don't stress. Because when you stress, everything goes to shit. Because you're now overlooking things. You're starting to panic. You know, things are happening left and right, and you're starting to make more and more mistakes along the way. And the goal is unwind for a moment. Take a step back. Let someone else take over. Or just take a deep breath. Because at the end of the day, there's always a workaround. Most of the mistakes that you make on stream, no one will ever notice. And, you know, it's bound to happen. So, just work through it. And it would self-adjust itself. Or just find a new way or new angle to avoid that error. And, of course, communication is key. You know, work as a team. Don't be a solo person. Because a solo person is going to get overwhelmed and just have a mental breakdown. Communicate what you're doing and what is live. Prime example is, you know, Emma, you're now live. Alright, hold. Alright, Pascal, get ready. Alright, move the camera a little bit to the left. Perfect. Alright, you're now live. Alright. Oh, Pascal, you need to go to the restroom? Alright. Emma, get ready. Alright, you're now live. Alright, Pastel, go ahead, go take a break. You know, stuff like that. Make sure your team's communicating across, including themselves. They, you know, if they notice something on the stream that's an error, at least I have a chance to try to fix it before chat goes, audio's glitching, which happens a lot, unfortunately. It's an OBS bug that we've been dealing with non-stop. You might have seen it in our opening ceremony where I was able to hear it. I may be able to see the visual that's actually being sent out, but for some reason, OBS just wasn't sending it to Twitch. But when we check our recordings, it was being captured. It was being saved. So what I was seeing and hearing was working. It's just OBS being OBS, because we are pushing it to its limits. It's not designed with this multicam system. But, like I said, we can't stress. And as long as we have clean communication, we can work it out and figure out where the issue is. And of course, allow others to help. Because sometimes, even myself, I don't have all the answers to it. Sometimes I might take someone, you know, maybe try this, maybe it'll work. We will go try it. And sometimes that will work. But, you know, it doesn't hurt to test it. And, of course, learn from each other. Is everyone here has different background experiences, different forethoughts. And that is key to all of this. If we didn't learn, we didn't want to develop this whole entire multicam system. We wanted, you know, be here today, showcase the communities in a new light, a new perspective. And like I keep saying throughout the whole presentation, I cannot joke about this. Stay calm. Have fun. And just don't freak out. Because in the day, we're volunteers. We're not getting paid to do this. Hopefully one day we will. That's our goal. But today, you know, we gotta do what we have today. And like I said, this is not one-man show. Don't be afraid of new things. And just always capture the moment. You know, it's not a show for us. It's a show for everyone. It's your guys' memories. And lastly, we are human. But enough about me. I would like to invite all of media team to come on stage and share their experiences. So, media team, come on stage.
Currently, I have the privilege to go first. Hi, Wolveeps.
Hello.
Hello.
All right. Yuki,
Greetings and salutations.
Yes. Okay, I'm not used to seeing you guys in your quest avatars. Gersey, your fallback looks good. Keep it up. Save you did that. But anyways,
Hell yeah.
Once I work on the 3.0 version of this avatar, I'm gonna look into getting the quest one ready.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Indeed. But anyways,
Probably
I'll
should
let
do.
Yuki go up first.
Oh.
By the way,
Oh my god, I liked.
yeah, welcome to my world. But anyways, Yuki is our social media and media.
Administration secretary. Just call me a secretary.
Basically, yeah. Basically. She basically handles a lot of the documentation and the paperwork side of things that a lot of us don't like dealing with. So.
Hell yeah.
Here you go.
I'm like the only person in the media team who likes dealing with administration and Google Docs and Excel sheets and whatsoever. So yeah, that's my job. For example, the representatives of the communities around. I was one of the people who were reaching out to that. When we accepted you into being an actual representative. So yeah, that's my job around the media team. Hello. Anyways, I've been in PJKT as a staff. Ooh, oh my god. Loading Sayuri's avatar just lagged me. Anyways, I was in media team staff of PJKT since a little bit like 2 weeks before PJKT Fest started last year, and it's been a ride. Honestly, best thing ever. I am so glad that I joined this team, and working alongside with Wolveeps, Deathmap, and everyone else in this team has been a wonderful experience. And basically, I became a team lead January this year, I think. Basically, around the beginning of the year, and can't complain. Love working with this team whatsoever. The background of you saw all the live stream stuff. It still blows my mind. I still cannot comprehend it myself how they do that. I still have no idea how they do that, honestly. So whatever you guys were hearing here was also my first time. But yeah, I love working for PJKT. I love working with these people, and if anyone of you could, for example, be even interested in working along with us, we're still accepting people. We have a lot of free spaces.
Indeed. All right. I'll go back and forth. So next to me is Vanessa. Vanessa is our media producer team lead. So go ahead and speak.
Yes, hello. I am mainly tasked with the music production side of things, as well as video productions. I am the one that, if you ever were to become part of the team, as Yuki mentioned, you'd mainly go through me in terms of allocating projects. Whenever we need resources for something, I am kind of the first to notify our team. And when it comes to all of that situation, I mean, like, there's a lot that goes into behind the scenes of our media production. Like, it's not just, a simple, even with the allocation, we don't try to force people to work on projects they don't want to work on, since it is a volunteer job. So what we opt in to do is actually a more of a volunteer-based system, where we will have a list of projects for you, and then you get to go and basically say, raise your hand and say, hey, I want to work on this, and then you become one of our allocated members for that resource. It also applies to that with our communities. As being a member of the business team as well as media team, I work as an advocate for both. Essentially working as a way to get in contact with these communities and get into a lot of the bigger projects, mostly resulting around video production. and things like that. Like, for example, if you watched our opening ceremony, as well as something we did last year for the opening ceremony, we included adverts to show off different events and different communities that were participating in our events, and that was something I worked in tandem with them to create the videos for. And obviously, like, the way a lot of our systems work is meant to be something to allow you guys to not only have fun with what you do, but also allows it to have a lot of breathing room. We don't give anyone as much of last minute stuff as much as we do ourselves. Veeps, you and I can attest for that. But yes, we never want to make sure it seems like a super stressful environment, and we try to guarantee all of you guys are able to have a level of fun whenever you work with us. And I try to hold to that notion as much as I can whenever we have new recruits, and even with people that have been with us since the beginning.
Alrighty. 1-2-step, you want to go next?
Sure, I can go next. Well, as you just heard, my name is 1-2-step. I've been here for now a little bit longer than a year. However, I've been working with a team of PJKT for quite some time now, as I stumbled upon them over the last years through multiple events that I've been doing as a musician. This is basically the way that I got into PJKT as well. I did create concerts in VR chat, and this is what you saw of me just some days ago at the opening event. I created a music event so we can start with quite some hype into the whole event. And next to doing those music events for PJKT, I also work here as an artist. So when you look around, there's quite some graffitis at the walls that you can see. Those things need to be created. Those things need to be fit into the world. I'm not part of the team that fits them into the world, but I'm part of the team that creates those. And I also do create the posters for social medias, which you saw over the days indicating this event, together with other group members of the media team. So we always need some more people that do those creative works. So if there's some if there's some of you that really love that kind of stuff, feel free to message us. We always need some more.
Indeed.
But it's also it's also really good, as Veeps mentioned earlier, that there's always so much interaction in between the sections. Like when Wolveeps needs something for that section of videos, or if Vanessa needs something for videos or anything related to art, then it's really easy to communicate with each other. And that's the biggest part of, I think one of the biggest strong points of this team is that we all work together because we like doing what we do.
Indeed. Thank you, 1-2-step. Just a quick clarification. I forgot to mention before letting you speak. Also, Spades, I'm sorry if I butchered this. 1-2-step is our concert coordinator for events team, and he's also our one of our main artists in the art side of things of media.
Well, thank you.
Did I got that correct? Did I got that correct?
Yeah, you got that correct.
Sweet. Alrighty, back to this side. Novid. Novid is actually many things in our media department. They're both editor, production, actor, our voice announcers, and of course, one of the people on the art team. Go ahead, take it away.
Well, yeah, Yeah, as Wolveeps said, my name's Novid, and I do a lot of things when it comes to media productions and art. A lot of the graphics that you may have seen in the 2023, as well as a couple in this year's festival world, I made them myself. Anything from event posters to informational graphics. A lot of what you may have saw on the Twitter, some of the little shorts that were edited for the countdown, the 7 days on. I was one of the editors, mainly filmed by Emma Torch, who's one of our camera people for this live stream as I speak. And I would say the 40-minute intro into the opening ceremony, that was my project for this fest. Yes, so mainly using the footage from all the videographers, I slapped them all together and try to get as many cool camera drone shots into a 40-minute montage as much available, including all of the amazing community trailers that were submitted. It was a lot of work, but as unfortunately a little behind the scenes stuff, it was the night before when the world was finally ready to record, and me and 4 other people, we all got, hands down to the ground, started filming everything that we could. I'll say me and Wolveeps actually stayed up all night to get the entire opening ceremony done the night before. It was definitely an experience, to say the least.
You both work your butt off for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. None of us got. So when you saw the opening ceremony, literally, we're all dead tired. We have not slept even while we're live. We're like what, 20 hours in awake at that moment.
Oh, longer than that.
Yeah,
Easily longer than that.
Yeah.
Hey, but give yourselves a pat on the back though. It was worth it. All right, you guys did an amazing job with that. Like,
Dude.
you guys do deserve all the credit for getting that done.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, and
But anyways, continue, Novid.
yeah, and just to quickly touch on some other things. As Wolveeps had said, I do voice announcing. There is something that isn't added yet. It might be added yet. We don't know whether or not it'll be added yet. So I don't want to spoil it, even though it may have been spoiled on a certain collab TikTok that may have been made. That was my fault. I may have leaked my own project, but
you can say it because it's I already teased that a while ago on our Twitter a few times, so that was in the works.
True. So the idea of what was going to happen, the idea of what was going to happen in the spawn area, everyone should know how it's silent in the spawn area. I had made a chime and a train conductor voice saying, welcome, next stop is going to be, PJKT Hub, or, other lines, and thanks to Wolveeps for getting some editing done on that. As most of you probably saw with the pool parlor tournament, I also do commentate. It is a newer venture in what I do. I think that's everything. Oh, I guess the last thing that was already kind of showcased up on the PowerPoint. That list of communities that was all gathered
Right behind you.
It's there.
That long list of over 100 and however many logos. Yeah, I was the one that put that together. I had to DM a lot of people. I was like, guys, you guys need to submit your stuff. So that was one of the other things I worked on. But yeah, that's me, and I do a lot of things. That's pretty much it.
Relatable.
Beautiful. By the way, we still gotta animate that. By the way, I'm not looking forward to that. I might do that on the 4th.
Oh boy.
But anyways, welcome DefMap, our art director. Sorry, a director of the art team. Or art crew, whatever you want to call it. Your team of the day.
Hello everyone. I am co-director of the media team. I do the art team lead around here. I kind of I'm known for making logos for events like some kind of like avatar creators, some groups, and so on. It basically kind of like I help Wolveeps a lot when it comes onto the vision. Actually, kind of like the whole graffiti style came out of one of my concepts that everybody just really enjoyed, and I was like, wait a second, we can polish this a little bit more, and everybody was like, but this is who we are, and I was like, okay, let's go then. Like everybody got passionate about it. I'm really happy about that. And then like obviously like I have been here like also walking, helping, doing some illustrations. I handle a lot and supervise a lot when it comes down to signs, billboards, posters, social media. I even like with help of Yuki over here, I get to plan some weekly, well, no, sorry, not weekly, monthly photo shoots, either with the staff or even the representatives of some groups. We invite them and have kind of like photo shoots, like spring photo shoot, Valentine's Day photo shoot. We had a winter photo shoot that
Christmas,
was this
Halloween.
summer. Yeah, it was really. They are really cool, and kind of like came up with that also to bring people together outside of the festival. On those areas, I kind of like help a lot spearheading, and originally, I gotta say that I was like one of the first bodies that wanted to join and help Wolveeps and the directors at PJKT. But I started as a team lead. I kind of like the only person that worked its way into the stair onto the next step. But outside of that, I have taken this as a big responsibility, trying to listen to everybody on my team. We do have kind of like have to like go back and forward to learn from each other a lot. Like 1-2 Step and I, we do have like this gimmick of, hey, here's this, and I go, what about that? And he's like, yeah, but have you talked about this actually? And I was like, yeah, I probably should think about that. Like we do learn from each other within our team, and I'm really happy to have everybody here that's next to me, and even the ones that couldn't get in here to be part of the team. I know I know that some of them is because life or work or everything else, but I am too fortunate. Like even if they have only kind of like help in 1 or 2 projects here and there out of the multiple things that we do all around PJKT, this team, I couldn't desire better people to work with, honestly.
Thank you, Def Ma'am. Those are wonderful words. Thank you.
I want to add a little thing towards the photo shoots. You guys heard Deathmap about like we schedule photo shoots together, right? So community representatives who are in the crowd or on the live stream listening to the VOD, you know, keep your eyes out on the representatives' announcements in our server, because I will be pinging you guys when we need you on a photo shoot. So you guys better be ready, because that will be happening. Oh my god.
We
I
all
am
felt
back.
that one.
Yeah, keep your eyes out there, because I will need you guys and I will be pinging you. I swear.
Just small reminder, by the way, if you're just popping in this event right now, please make sure you're in a medium or better avatar, just to make sure that we can reduce the lag. On top of that, just a little add-on to that, yes, please pay attention to the reps announcements if there are any reps in here or in the live stream, whatever, because not only do we do the announcement for the photo shoots, but we also occasionally have announcements to get you guys involved with video productions. So if you guys are wanting to participate in those, please make sure that you're paying attention to that announcements tab. It is very important to us. It is our main line of communication to you guys.
Absolutely.
Indeed. Alrighty. Condra, you're up next. Go ahead and take the stage. By the way, Condra's part of our media productions and social team.
Yes, as Wolveeps said, I am part of the media production and the social team. And fun fact, at first, when during the first years of PJKT, like right after it, I ended up volunteering to be part of the media team because of how amazing this amazing fest was. And again, this year it's been amazing. And talk about my experience for media production. At first, I volunteered as an editor, and clearly, so much has happened. And but at the end of the day, I ended up volunteering for anything that is like video productions and even the seasonal photo shoots that happens hosted by Yuki. And I mean, that's again, I'm really nervous. I'm sorry.
All good. All good.
You're fine. You're fine. You're fine.
Like this is the first time I'm speaking for the media team, honestly, and it's been a great volunteering experience. And I mean, even though what I initially wanted to do wasn't what I had planned, I still have a great experience for like volunteering and helping out, especially Wolveeps, making this possible. And I wouldn't be proud of myself that I volunteered to help. Because again, this is in fact volunteer work.
Indeed. So, without you, Condra, some of this stuff wouldn't be here without you as well. So, thank you again for all your hard work. Same for the rest
That
of you
applies to
here.
all of you here. Yeah, I was gonna say that applies to everyone that's on this stage currently. If it wasn't for your guys' hard work and passion, we would
Even
not
the ones
have
off
reached the
stage,
level
yeah.
that we've had.
Indeed.
Including, all the media team members that are out there as well, and like also maybe on the stream or just in the other public instances. We would not have done
Yeah.
it without our team. So honestly, we talk about all the achievements that the people just on stage has done, but there's so much more of you out there that are not at this event right now that has done so much for us. So thank you.
Exactly. There's about 40 of us on the team, by the way. This grand total.
It is a
But
lot.
anyways, our newest member. How you pronounce your name? Surreal Pastel? Did I get that correct?
Sayuri.
Sayuri Pastel.
Sayuri. But you can always call me
Use your name.
Yuri.
Alright. So-
Dyslexia,
There's probably too many Yuris out there.
Yep.
Yeah. But, hello. Hello, I'm Sayuri. I've been a member of Projekt since Easter, I believe. Yes, I am a part of the media team, and I also help with the live stream crew. If you ever see me floating around, I'm doing the live stream along with this one as well.
Don't forget you're part of my music team as well. Like I get to
Yes,
take
as
some pride in
well,
that.
Yes, I'm also part of the music team as well. I'm not very good with public speaking, so I'm very sorry. But
All good, all good.
I'm excited to be a part of this as well. And ever since I have joined, it has been a very friendly and welcoming community. So I'm really excited to see what the years may come in the future.
Thank you. Alrighty.
You're welcome.
Up next is Pi.
Hello.
One of our main artists that does a lot of the graffiti art here, including a couple of custom posters. Let me actually switch so you can actually see someone's work.
Oh.
So, as the PowerPoint catches up on the stream, he has done the toothbrush graffiti, his own graffiti here. Then you got Knuckles. And the two posters that you see right here of HorrorCon.
Oh yeah.
Also the banner.
Banner,
The banner
yes,
for
Apparently my
Twitch. Yeah.
Unfortunately, my thing is Bort. Oh no.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
good.
me.
Oh yeah,
just hitting them
like,
with
like I said, like he helped a lot when it comes to art, so I can't give him any more props than that. He filled my PowerPoint.
I'll just pretend I'm
So-
seeing what you guys are saying.
I gotta say thank you for hitting me with the Keanu Reeves, and check this out. But hi, hello, yeah. I do some art things for my little parapet. It's very hard to find a office chair that is little guy accessible, but what can you do, you know? But I do a pretty good crackerjack job beside it. I usually use Clip Studio Paint, and yeah, I've done like commissions before, and I got to show some of my. The application process was pretty straightforward. I got to show off a little bit of my portfolio, go in for an interview, and apparently I'm quite a force of charisma because I got the gig, wouldn't you know? And it worked out pretty well. As far as the experience of working under these folks, I'd say it's it's a pretty solid. They're very good at communicating. You gotta, once you reach out to them, just making sure to coordinate with your team leaders is very strong. They also leave a lot of artistic. They leave a lot of artistic room. Very often, especially with the sprays you see around. They usually just ask for a subject matter, and then I kind of just go ham from there. It's pretty straight. I mean, honestly, I probably have one of the most straightforward jobs in PJKT, if I'm candid. But yeah, I don't think I have anything else to really add. Is there any other questions you have for me?
No, that's about it. So, but no, it's been a wonderful experience working with you, and DeathMap cannot speak highly enough of you. I know that.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
I think a lot of us can. I mean, probably is such a versatile person and able to drop almost everything to work with us, and it's amazing to have members like that.
Well, let's color me pink.
And lastly, our second team lead of productions and long-form content is Griszyville. And also, they do a lot of experimentation for us as well. So they're part of the research and development department.
Hey everybody! Yeah, I'm Griszyville. I'm one of the media team leads over at Projekt Community, and yeah, I get to help out with a lot of the video production side of things, helping out with creating content that really helps put the PJKT name out there, and as well as doing research and development, really just staying on top of trends, things are going on out in the media and entertainment industry, and just seeing how we can take some of those trends and apply it here in the virtual space. And as someone who's studied filmmaking and video production and things like that, oh my! But it's been wonderful being able to just kind of apply what I know and see what we can do to help push the boundaries of what's possible here in the VR space. And I've been with PJKT since really around the beginning, really, and working with everybody has been just absolutely fantastic. I get to learn from people across different walks of life, different specialties, different areas, and it's really cool just being able to just collaborate with these people and just being able to maybe just take some graphics from the arts and graphics team and be able to apply them into some PJKT videos that you guys may see over on our YouTube page and socials. And little did I know that one day I would become known as being that one Rusk that does the sus pose. But yeah.
There he goes. He did the thing. He did the thing, ladies and gentlemen. He really did it.
You've been doing it before Projekt Media was even existed.
Yeah, you've been doing that for years.
That has cemented your legacy.
So,
it's my shining highlight. But yeah, yeah. Overall, like ever since then, like I've been with these people for quite some time, and I just love working with these people. They've been really amazing. And if you ever guys get the opportunity, like I'd also encourage you guys to maybe hop on board, hop onto the crew, maybe give it a shot, because these guys are fantastic.
Well, it is a volunteer job. The best thing we can always offer you guys is if you're ever interested in joining the media team at this current time, is we can always offer, you have so many creative people here that can teach you a lot of new things. Like, I mean, if it wasn't for me getting to meet Veeps through this team and everything, I wouldn't know a lot of the stuff I do in video productions because I was all taught from them. So, honestly, thank you for giving me the time to teach me, Veeps. It means a lot.
you're welcome, and it's been an honor, learning from all of you guys here. Without you, again, I can't say this enough. None of this would be here, right? I want to learn from all of you. You want to learn from me. We want to, push the balance that we have done before, or find new ways. Like I mentioned in the PowerPoint, let's create one asset that works on all platforms, right? How can we do that, right? It's not just as simple as just creating a PNG, but how can we make it, work with it, right? What's the best way of optimizing it? Can it be squished? Can it be stretched, pulled? Can we change the colors? So the whole 9 yards. But yeah, it's just mind blowing what we have done just within 2 years alone. From nothing, literally nothing. Everything had to be rebuilt.
The only thing I will purposely take credit for, though, is teaching you how to get some sleep, Veeps. The amount of times I've had to yell at you in calls to go to bed.
That.
Yeah,
we're all gonna definitely learn about getting sleep at some point.
Yeah,
honestly,
it doesn't just go to the directors, but all of us also.
Exactly.
I do have like an extra thanks kind of deal. We can are really thanking ourselves a lot, but honestly, like we already did like all this media work, but we gotta still thank our developer team and our map creators and our events directors and hosts, because after we finish our part, they come together too. And they basically grab everything that we did and just put it together with pure freaking magic, honestly, because there's no way that they can actually manage to put all of this together, like from the events that you guys have been enjoying to all the world, it's fantastic when I managed to see that, hey, that poster was made by my team, hey, that graffiti was made by Pi, that graffiti was made by 1-2, that poster was Novets, and so on and so forth. Listening to the tracks that are on the background, both in the live stream and the in the world, made by our own musicians, and it's really fantastic, honestly, that everybody gets to enjoy this. And obviously having the events team, like after all of this is done, like they freaking extend this huge platform to all the communities to showcase what they are doing here in virtual reality. Yeah, sorry if I stole that last line, but yeah.
You good? No, you're good. You're good.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, with all that said, I believe it's time for their turn. Everyone, it's Q&A time. So if you have any questions,
let's
come
go.
Up to the stage. Let me see if I can bring the mic out. In fact, media team, go find the mic quickly, please, because someone moved it on the last event.
It's right
It's right in
there.
front.
You should be able to respawn it.
Oh, sweet. Oh,
Yeah.
sweet.
Leave it
there it is.
Leave
There it
it
is.
down there. Leave it down there.
Mhm.
Yep,
Leave it
right
down at
there.
the center.
Thank you, Vanessa.
Right there.
All right. I know there's a lot more to media team here. There's a lot of things I didn't discuss, obviously. But there's a lot more than just that. That's just only 1/10 what we do. So, anyways, the mic's all yours. Ask away.
Make sure you form a line and make sure you give everyone a chance. Just don't go all rushing towards it.
Mm-hmm.
Just make sure you're doing that.
Not a free for all.
Just make sure you hold it
Yes.
too. So, yep, there you go.
Oh, out of curiosity, when do you guys start production on Project Community here?
So, little fun fact: the production never really stops, actually, because there's different stages of development. So so like for example, is right now we're kind of in a constant phase, kind of playing around of like ideas, like we want to do this or we want to do that. We write it down on a sticky note or on a doc or somewhere in the server as in a forum, like saying, hey, we want to do this. We put out off the side and we work on our other events that we do throughout the year. Once those are done, once the beginning of the year starts, we go look at that list of what we like and what we disliked and what the community have said. Take that feedback and start actually now developing. Start going through the concept phase of like, yes, we need to do that, and start experimenting. And we're experiment throughout the year. And that's when, during experimenting, some of the stuff will become actual production or finished product right off the bat. But near the more in the 3-month gap away from Fest is when the true production starts. That's when media teams start being more ham. That's when we asking all the community reps, hey, start filling out the forms if we need those assets. If you want to be part of our event, we need that so we can help you guys out and incorporate your art and your design into, ours. You might get a chance to be a graffiti, like artifacts over there. So.
Or for Hadores and art. Or for Hadores and what's this other one? And Cyrix Media.
Cyrix.
Yes.
So that's when the true production really starts. But anything before that, it's just more of experimentation, playing around with ideas, or just work on advertisement in general for like some hype or off-season stuff. Production.
Sounds like there's a lot to it. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
Hi. You mentioned a bit about you mentioned a bit about like working together with the World team and some like other departments. Do you have like any, I suppose, like any examples of like how that works? I don't know, anything that you might find interesting.
I can voice this one if you want.
Yeah.
I can also help a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll take. What about this? I'll take up first, then I'll let you and DefMap take over.
All right.
Does that sound good? Alrighty.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So basically, that comes more of on the infrastructure side of things, especially in the very beginning, because from our past experience, from our previous establishment, communication wasn't that well. So that's something that we knew that we had to hammer down on this event. So what we created is we had to have weekly meetings with the team leads to know what we're doing on each section, so they know what we're doing, we know what they're doing, and what their timeline is. Then it's up to me to go to or DefMap or any of our team leads here, go to our media team, and we have our own bi-weekly meetings just to give everyone a heads up, hey, this is happening, and also give them a voice like, hey, I like this, or hey, I'm not too sure, or I hate it. And we just go back and forth and elaborate, what we can do, what's A, B, C, which option's better, or just don't do it at all. But That's one faction of it. The next faction is they have access to our Google Drive, so they can see all the assets that we're making, and they can pull at any time. And they can see our staff and review section, so they can actually criticize, like, "Hey, this is not good. I can't use this." We can easily correct that along the way before it becomes final. So, those are the three major things that we have done to make sure communication is really good. And finally, we do have another bi-weekly meeting called our town halls in our staff. So where all of our staff meets up, and we talk about what our predictions are, what we're doing across different teams, and just let them collaborate and just sit down and have time with each other. And if there's nothing happening or going on, since it's all volunteers, because there's some weeks or sometimes months where nothing happens, we just have a game night instead, so they can just relax and have fun, and it ends up letting them become friends and share some of the stuff that they're working on during off hours.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Vanessa Deathmap, did I miss anything?
No, it was pretty good.
You mostly covered all of it. The rest of it is more like closer in-depth stuff. Like for example, when it comes to so for example with mine, specifically with the music team, a lot of us actually work. I myself and a lot of my other team is allocated to work basically alongside Pesky and his team whenever it comes to setting up these events worlds. What we will do is basically we get a lot of, essentially as the world team is building it, we get a lot of early screenshots as well as a lot of early builds of the world, so we are allowed to go and see it and allow my music team to immerse themselves in this environment as they build the tracks, and then those eventually go into the final product. And that's what I try to make sure my team gets access to.
All right. Well, Oh, wait.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say, to summarize, we use Discord periodically, schedule big meetings between teams in order to better coordinate, and also some supplementary software like ClickUp and the like to make sure we know what tasks are around, and as well as
Also
just
Google.
good old-fashioned DMs.
Yes.
That too.
Everything around.
All right, I'll let our guests speak.
All right. Yeah. I suppose. Thank you. It was very interesting. That's really all. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. This is on? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So, what would you say is like the most fun part of like the whole process? Like, whether do you find like the brainstorming to be the most fun, or like putting into action to be the most fun? Like, what do you think is like your favorite part of all this?
That's a very good question. Honestly, the whole thing is fun for most of us because, again, this is volunteer work. If it wasn't fun, we wouldn't be here, right? Everyone could go somewhere else or do anything, but obviously most of them stay here to do something. Now, I can't speak on all the team here, but for me personally, the fun part is more creating an idea into existence. Then from there, seeing that it becoming a reality, something that, like the opening start was a concept idea I had for months. That's something I wanted to do, but I was so passionate about it, so hard and dedicated to it. The fact that, as you heard, we didn't get any sleep that night because the world wasn't really ready until a day or two prior, and we didn't have time until that day to record. So we record that day, edit throughout the night just to get it done so you guys can enjoy it. But yeah, that's for that was my drive for it. Anyone else?
Just to kind of add on to that.
Never mind.
Yeah,
I like the part where everyone flows into the doors at once and everyone just
jumps
die. That was really funny, but it is a good problem to have.
Call that a twist to yourself.
God damn it. Alrighty. I'll just do this. Raise the hands who wants to speak.
Wow, discrimination on desktop fees.
So blah 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 blah. You are it. No, but go.
So yeah, just to kind of add on to the opening ceremony side, I think one of the things that we all bond over is the constant mishaps that come with certain software. aka Photoshop, DaVinci Resolve, Adobe Premiere, just the little things that really get under our skin when it decides to
Just listing
crash
all
or,
the PTSDs.
just because we all understand, we all relate to that. And one of us will have a crash and we'll literally like bang our desk and yell like, and we crashed again, time to go back into it. And definitely at least when it comes to everything I've done, definitely the bonding between fellow teammates, working together and getting things done that you'll never expect yourself to do. Just to give myself an example on that, from 2023, I was mainly moderation. I did a little bit of graphic design for the media team. This year, I'm no longer moderation, but I like tenfolded my media team projects, which I never realistically would have thought I would have ever done. I wasn't expecting to have project after project after project, but I kept pushing myself, because I had an amazing team to work alongside with. So that for me is probably one of the best things about, overall, like working with a media team.
And also, really quick before anyone else speaks, I just want to say right now, Chris, I see you hopping over there. Get your ass on the stage. You're part of the media team.
We mentioned gamers and you're not even there.
Okay, fine.
Let's go.
Get over here.
Alright, I'm gonna have one more person answer their question. So just to keep things going, so the next person can ask. Alright,
Okay, thanks
Yuki,
for...
you've been...
Oh,
sorry. Oh, good. No, good. You've been holding your hand up this whole time, so you want to go?
Yeah.
All right, go.
I will be real quick because, well, in the end, pardon me for the coughing. I am a person who deals a lot with like other community representatives and overall other communities, right? Because in the end, I always schedule the photo shoots. I make sure that they're executed. I always get like our own people on board. Like, hey, anyone want to be photographer? Anyone want to edit these afterwards? So for me, the most fun part about all of this is always the execution of all the things, right? So whenever we're doing the actual photo shoot, for example, I remember Blood Ravens, for example, the PvP community of Warhammer 40k, right? They're just a bunch of dorks, and they always make stuff like this so much more enjoyable.
Putting it lightly.
So it's always, yeah, it is putting it lightly, but yeah, it's always like fun hanging around with the communities, always just talking with them, the execution of everything,
The interaction.
It's just so much fun always working on these photo shoots directly. So the execution of everything is just like my most fun part of everything, honestly.
It's also to share the passion with others.
Yep.
Dude.
I kind of also want to say.
Really quickly.
Sorry.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I mean, just to add on what Yuki said, it's also bringing the people together for the production and just making the whole thing work as a whole. Because like again, this is a really volunteering team effort, and like anyone is, again said, any community is free to volunteer to be part of the like video production or even the photo shoots, and just bringing them together was the best part of it.
Alrighty.
Alright,
Go ahead.
good? Yeah, alright, thanks.
You're welcome.
No problem.
I think we exceeded the expectations of that person.
So good.
Maybe a little maybe a little bit overwhelming
Anyone
there,
wants
fellas.
to ask a question? The mic is available.
Yeah, just feel free to walk on up.
Just grab it and hold it.
Come on!
Yo, hello. My name's Table for One. Amazing event, amazing people. You guys are doing, wonderful. Out of box question. What is your favorite soda?
Ooh!
Mountain Dew Baja Blast.
I got this loaded.
All right.
I don't drink sodas. I'm sorry.
99% of the time, but the one moment for me, it's not your father's root beer.
Oh,
here good things started.
okay.
The European
Alright,
brain in me is not comprehending that.
just to breeze through this question really quick, I'm gonna make this one chaotic answer. Hold on. Okay, so just for fun of this, we're gonna make this a chaotic answer. Okay, on 3, everyone's just going to scream out their favorite soda. All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Smack your seeds.
Yeah, I heard that soda name. That's a good soda brand. Thank you so much. That's all I had. I just want to know your favorite sodas. Thank you for your time.
Man, I had an anecdote loaded and
Commander,
everything.
go ahead, take the mic. I see you creeping.
All right, Commander.
So, what has been the toughest challenge for the team leading up to the execution of Project Festival 2024?
Oh.
Not
Sleeping.
Software failures.
The opening for sure. The opening for sure.
I will say this. The hardest part was since we are a media team, we're basically, in my eyes, are the last folks in line because I gotta convert whoever the back end is saying, and in a way where people can understand up front, to the general public. But sometimes I don't get all the information in time, especially when it comes to the upcoming event. So a lot of things will get delayed because I'm waiting for other teams to hand me the information that I need to get done. And sometimes it might take a little too long, so we had to okay, we're not going to put that in production anymore. That's off the table for now. Maybe next year. So we just go try to do something else. So this really time. Time is always against us. The second thing is live streaming. Live streaming has always been our hardest thing because I'm pretty sure most of you saw throughout this whole event. There's always been some sort of bug on screen, right? And most of the time it's audio, and that's the thing that it's been nipping us in the butt so much. It's frustrating for me. I don't like it to happen, but it happens. And we're trying to find new ways of doing that. And right now we're at the point that we want to get off of the OBS platform and looking into other alternatives. So we're really hoping, with the merch sales, the VRC currency, and the Ko-Fi, and so much more, that hopefully we can get to the point that we have the proper infrastructure that we need to grow and not have as many problems as we do now.
I will say that honestly, I will say that the biggest challenge overall, and this spreads through all our departments, is actually or 9 to 5, or sometimes even unemployment, and not being able to receive an unemployment cover. Honestly, we are doing this while obviously we are fighting our own fights. There's people that need to drop, and sometimes some of those people are extremely important and crucial, but life comes first. But even then, we try to, okay, you're always good to go, but especially directors, we have the bad tendency of picking up that so it gets done, so we can get Fest out the door on time. And it's a challenge, honestly. We really honestly would love to be able to have permanent staff, but it's really hard, obviously, with economy and all that stuff. But yeah, it's like for me the biggest challenge is the 9 to 5, being able to eat but also bring everybody this whole awesome experience. And I always really, sadly, most of us on the team, we really put like our communities or groups or friends before ourselves, which is a thing that we try to kind of like, we point at each other ourselves like, hey, you're doing that, stop doing it. Well, we're kind of doing it too, honestly.
Exactly.
But yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
I really hate to be a sellout here. I really, really do. But I swear, but if you guys really want to support us, I really recommend do so, because, you know, like Deathmat said, you know, we're fighting against people who have IRL jobs that are going to, you know, a lot of us do want to work here. We want this to become our actual jobs. So, you know, because in the day we're doing for all of you guys. So if you guys can somehow help out, or, you know, send us, you know, a email saying like, hey, I want to do a collaboration with you, or sponsorships, or whatever, right? Anyway, like you can just donate $1 at our Ko-Fi or VRC Comedy, or just buy a shirt. You know, any way, shape, form will help us achieve our dreams, so we can actually do this full time, have more fests, more events, more everything. Because right now it's like it's a hit and miss, just try and get people corralled and doing stuff sometimes, because, you know, again, IRL, it's taking a toll, and especially with this economy, people are picking up 2 jobs now. Last year was only 1 job. Year before that, COVID. So you see, it's getting harder each year.
And I mean, like, don't ever think it's like, well, yes, like it does feel bad to do anything sellout wise. Like, even for me, I hate talking about it, but don't think that it's like just for the benefit of our teams. Like, all of that comes back to you guys tenfold, because it allows not only us to grow, but then allows us to offer you so many more ways to get your guys' names out there. Like we try to make it like repay you guys tenfold from what we earn. So it means a lot to us when you guys actually like are willing to help us grow, because then in turn we can guarantee a bigger, better show that can go and get the attention of you guys.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, Commander. Thank you.
So, hi, thanks for putting the show on for everyone. So this is more a question for Wolf. What we've said, there's 2 of you. It's like the Star Wars meme. It's getting out of hand. There's Vanessa Wolf and your Wolf. It's like, so, how difficult was it to create this like presentation, and then how did you get it into the, like you were talking about your streaming system before, like VRCDN? Can you talk a little bit about like how you created the presentation and got it into the world?
Yeah, yes, no, I can. Let me switch to that slide. So, so basically, right now, I'm running the latest version of PowerPoint. With that, it gives me the ability to have both my monitors being used. One monitor is the full screen that you see right there of PowerPoint. Another one that you cannot see on my main monitor is it shows a description. Shows the screen behind me over there. But I have tools that I can use a laser pointer, and point out things on the slide, and I can see what's next, and I can see my notes underneath that, and I have all the controls that I need to do, or just have even extra tools saying, you know, if I can do this correctly on VR. Sometimes it looks like it's not working. I'll try to draw a smiley face, but using the pen tool. But overall, I have running in the background standard OBS streaming to VRCDN, and the OBS is capturing the secondary monitor that has that on full screen. From there, the CDN has the feed. order to know the difference from the camera people feed and my feed is each stream has their own stream key. So we use the same URL that they're sending to the server, and we just grab it back. So, to give you a little more context, those who use VRCDN, we're using only one account, by the way. We're not using multiple accounts. You can do this with multiple accounts, but obviously that will cost a lot more. So we go ask we go ask VRCDN directly, hey, can we purchase more keys on said account? So all of our camera crew are using the private keys that they've given us, and the public key is being used to this main instance. So no one can find the key or whatever, because the public key gets overridden. But that's on the technical side. But overall, yeah, it goes to the server. We go grab, verify the key in OBS, and just select what we want in OBS. So let me actually switch to that slide. Where is it? There's. As you see behind me, in our sources, once it loads, there it is. You can see in the scenes, we have, camera 2, camera 3, camera 4, camera 5, camera 6. We select those to change whenever. So that's how we're able to do it. And whenever we're ready to go translate, we just hit transition or use our Stream Deck to go live. So
effectively, it's a big old baton race of multiple different softwares. But it works.
A lot of work and effort. Wow, a lot of work and effort and headaches. Thanks,
when we mentioned that we push OBS to the absolute limit, we are not kidding. So, for example, the slide that you have here, this was our big PvP battle from last year. This had 7 operating cameras that was operating in 2 separate instances. We had, and we essentially had everyone in there running their own OBS and streaming to the VRCDN, and then Wolveeps, which was the main cameras engineer for that specific event, was basically jumping between both instances using all 7 of those cameras. So it was a super tedious thing to get operating.
Yeah, exactly, and also there's a lot more nuance to it. We gotta think of everyone's bandwidth. What's your internet bandwidth, and how can we compress the video in a way where it doesn't lose quality, but you can receive all the feed and still able to ship it out.
Wow. Okay. Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
That event is probably the largest camera crew to date.
It is.
Yes, on record for PJKT events, that was the largest camera crew we had that was participating.
Oh, favorite booth? Ooh.
Favorite booths. Ooh, you're gonna get a lot of answers. Okay, let's make a rapid fire. Everyone think for 10 seconds. Okay, think for 10 seconds, and I go rapid fire, okay?
Team Fortress 2, sorry.
4. Okay.
Oh my god.
Alright. You go first, Pi.
Premature. Team Fortress 2.
Jersey.
I'm biased.
Chris.
I mean, honestly, probably a traveling circus or the new lab unit booth that is in that PvP section.
Condra.
Visually, the Metacosm Studios.
Novid.
I'm going to say visually the Metaverse Degen booth.
Vanessa.
Visually cryptid, personally Steve stuff.
Yuki.
Traveling circus, because they're just amazing, honestly.
Just seeing the thing run around is honestly hilarious.
Visually, the Showpo.
Oh yeah, show pals.
Def map.
I made one, so I'm not gonna take that one. So I'm gonna take instead skits and bits.
Uh-oh. Oh. There it is.
A full body. Full body.
You went flying.
Sorry. Anyways.
You went flying.
That happened.
Yeah. Pastel.
Siri.
Siri.
No, I haven't really picked one yet. They all look really good.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. There's a bullet.
There's a lot. My personal favorite.
There is a lot.
Visually, totally forgot the name, but it's one of the waifu ones. That's way back there that has the laser cannon. That one looks.
AWMC. Allied Waifu Military. Yeah.
For me, that takes one of the trophies next to Medicalism.
Yep. And speaking,
can we get a
traveling circus? Somebody has grabbed it.
Yeah, someone just
give it to us. Give it to us.
A little side note,
not to the
we're not gonna allow
stage.
booths again to be portable like that. This is a part only in final year that's going to happen.
Never again, please.
That is gonna. That is already causing issues.
We gotta think of performance.
Yeah, we do have to really much think of performance.
But yeah.
No, it's just final performance. It's just more of griefing than anything else. But anyways,
Lyrica is like the only evil mastermind that could think of an idea like that with a portable booth.
Yeah.
True.
That's really wholesome at the same
anyway,
time.
let's move on to the next question.
We got a whole line going now.
Yeah.
God damn.
Conga.
Oh boy.
Jeez.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
No problem, son.
All right. Next up.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if there are any questions that have already been answered, but I want to ask this. What are you all expecting to achieve by the end of the PJKT festivals, and how it's going to like move forwards to like future events and for some smaller communities that ever have a thought of participating?
Prepare for next year like Santa.
All right. Well, Novid like immediately shot up his hand. So do you want to start with this one?
I do. So obviously, and this is one of my main beliefs when it comes to Projekt community, we always make history when it comes to this, and realistically we've already surpassed many different records compared to last year. Realistically, we've already almost doubled a lot of the goals that we did, but honestly, getting all different types of communities in here is ultimately the goal. You know, we have so many amazing communities and representatives and creators, you know, essentially to expand on that, you know, and encourage people to attend these types of events is definitely one of the main goals when it comes to, you know, Projekt Fest as a whole. Not to mention there's other events throughout the year as well, you know, to experience those events for those different types of categories, you know, to experience even more of the VR chat platform and Projekt community. That's one of our ultimate goals.
Now,
Wow.
for me, as a director and a lead, for many years now, it's really the core thing that we've been fighting for as a team. You know, it's creating the memories for everyone to share. You know, it's not just for us, but it's all for you guys. You know, without the community, without VR chat, none of us would right now. So that's the goal, is to capture those moments, you know, put the highlight on the rest of you guys, because majority of public, all they know is the common black cat, the great pug, and any other, you know, main popular worlds out there, right? They don't see the hidden gems around here. So it's, you know, this is the place that, you know, puts a spotlight on that matter. And I haven't felt, you know, the 2018 or 2020 version of VR Chat in a long time. The fact that I will see that, you know, throughout this week, it's been an emotional ride for me. You know, seeing the memes come back, seeing communities engage here and there, or doing raids, or doing parades. You know, we haven't seen you on the knuckles in a wall. You know, everyone thought they're dead. No, they're not. They're still here. So.
Yeah, being able to see different communities like share a stage and break bread is such a refreshing thing to see, honestly. Personally, I will say that if I had a goal, honestly, it will be like kind of like have festival PJKT Fest Worlds, kind of like today that we were trending like on the first kind of like slot. That helps us a lot to bring more people to you, and especially like this is gonna be a hard bargain, but having our own tab at some point, that will be like woo! I don't know how many years it's gonna take that, but we are gonna try.
Personally, yeah.
I'm sorry for cutting you off.
Personally, no, you're
say
fine.
One more thing.
Okay.
Before I forget. But the main goal, at least for me as a director, is I want to be able to pay my staff one of these days. You know, that's what I want.
Yes.
That's
as a team lead, I agree with that notion.
A year to be able to. I doubt it, but I do want to see that.
And personally, for me, I think one of the things, obviously, Chris can probably agree with this, but I don't think we're like I don't think we're gonna top winning an award on our first year. Like that is one thing I don't think we'll get the top. But for me personally, what I want to love and see grow is just number of communities and especially number of the collaborations and events that we do. Because what I want to see is like ultimately what I always love and what I go to PJKT like Fest or any of the other PJKT related events. I love to see these communities not just finding new members, but collabing with each other, finding new partnerships. I love when people do that, and I love when I get to go and see after Fest is done to see all those people do collab events with each other. And I want to see that more inside of Fest. I want to see more of you guys collaborate and especially do events with us. Like I'd love to get all your guys' names out there.
Thank you very much. Sorry, I was nervous as hell when I was asking the question.
All good, all good.
No, you're fine.
You're
Small
fine.
nervous bean.
You're fine.
Don't worry. Even us, we were nervous on stage as well, as you saw. You know, even a couple of our past events that we had today and yesterday.
You're asking. Okay, to clarify, you're asking on a panel inside of VRChat, and everyone knows that in here, almost everybody's an introvert to some level. So yes, everyone kind of is terrible on stage. Let's be honest.
We're just a bunch
You
of
don't have to
stupid
give the harsh
nerds.
truth like that.
Yeah.
I mean, Chris is a force of charisma, though, I gotta say.
Damn, Chris.
But
I
anyways,
just like yelling a lot.
anyways.
Like I said, a force of charisma. It's that easy.
Yes, let's continue. Let's continue.
Moving on.
Oh, good.
You're good. You good?
Yeah,
sorry, I'll just sorry, just first I just want to come and say hi Vanessa and Monte. I wasn't expecting to see you here.
Hi.
I'm part of the media team. I'm a team lead here. I'm kind of expected to be
I didn't
here.
know that until I didn't know that's about 10 minutes ago, I'll be real.
No, you're fine, Bubblegum. It's nice to see you too.
Yeah. It's nice to see you too, yeah. I mean, I was racking my brain for a question to think of, but I guess I was just thinking about, like, because I see everyone here being, you know, a creator to some degree, whether you know, make music, videos, stream, or all three or whatever. I guess the question for me is whether, if any of you have taken, like, a break from it from a long time, like, how do you come back to it? Do you just, like, go into it full force, or do you take it step by step, or like what tips like do you have, kind of thing?
Pretty good question, actually.
I don't think.
Have I taken a break?
Have we taken a break?
So as somebody that has taken a small break after Artifacts went down, I would like to say it's kind of like an absolute mindset thing. If you do enjoy music, if you do enjoy drawing and stuff like that, you would do that outside of VRChat anyways. So in case of the media team, it's not that hard to get back if the team is right, and it's all about the team. If you have good people that work together with you and do go for the same goals as you, then it's really easy. If you don't have the luxury of having a team behind you and you want to go back into something where you feel like you don't know anyone anymore, you have to see if it's still worth it for you, if you you actually if you find new people that you can relate to. And if that's the case, absolutely go for. If it's not the case, try to go. If it's not the case, it can be. You can come online, and sometimes it's like, oh, I don't know anybody here anymore. Maybe I should just stay offline again. Just try step by step. Go online every so often. Go online every now and then. And if you get to know new people, and then you can connect your passion with them, maybe.
To kind of onto that myself, I do want to say, like, honestly, like, even with that, I think a lot of the media team here will agree when I say that we have taken breaks. With PJKT, we have, like, you know, for various reasons. Some people have taken vacations just because they're busy, or other ones have taken it, you know, because of burnout and don't want to lose their passion on something like this. And, like, despite the reasons, we always have found a way to come back, and that's just because I think it ultimately comes down to the people we work with and the amount of passion that everyone has. And the minute when we stop and realize that everyone is here fighting for the same mission, which is having something like Project Community be in existence and be able to do events like these, this is the kind of team that we can always rely to have your back and is always willing to come back to. So I think it ultimately comes down to, while yes, we have taken breaks, it's never fully stopped us. And a lot of us, I'm sure as well, like with that case, is when we have taken breaks from PJKT projects, we're usually just doing the same projects just for our own personal stuff. Like, I know Novid for a fact does it a lot. He works on a lot of his stuff. Like, he has the Novid Notes podcast, and he does that all on the side, like, whenever he's not working on PJKT.
I mean, hell yeah. Yeah, it's just, that's very very informative, because like I've obviously taken my break from streaming and just content creation in general. I'm looking to get back to it at some point, either late this month or early next month. So yeah, I just wanted some insight really, and this has helped. I really appreciate it.
Exactly. So the key thing around that, that's creator to creator. You know, also surround the people that, you know, will always help you, always gives you positive vibes, and, you know, help you go through those tough moments, and allow you also, you know, to vibe and chill out in moments, right? At the same time, pace yourself. You know, you don't have to stream, you know, every single day, right? You know, give yourself some space, because at the end of the day, we're humans. We're not, you know, robots can actually fill the algorithm 24/7, right? So have some time. And also, if you're doing some video content, don't be afraid to, you know, work a short burst of like a lot of content, but don't post it automatically all of it at once. Save it up, build a stockpile, right? So when you do take a break, no one knows you took a break, right? So just be smart, be yourself, and be passionate about it. So, and for me, as a creator, or get myself back in the game, it's about seeing what's new on the horizon, or, oh, that's a good idea, I want to make that, right? Start thinking of ideas that what you want to do. Because, you know, if you don't do something you don't love, then you're not going to do it, obviously. So you have to do something that you love, truly.
You gotta find a schedule and a passion for you.
Yeah, schedule first, and then I'll figure out. Yeah, I've just been thinking about it on my mind for the last forever. So.
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I've been on break since late January this year, so it's just like I'm now slowly getting back into the rhythm of thinking about what I want, because I'm now having at least a more flexible schedule to work on, which is what, you know, Wolves brought up. So yeah.
We'll keep on the grind, and if you ever need some extra support, feel free to look into joining us for next year. Maybe you'll get a booth.
I hope so. That's genuinely like something I've put to the back of my mind. I will, yeah.
Thanks for your question, Bubblegum.
Right, yes, thank you for the question.
Thank you so much.
Hello.
Is this work?
Hello.
Oh, wait, hello. Okay, that's good. Well, probably this question will have been already said, but you see, I'm a new lad in the PvP community, so I will ask it also again. I was thinking, what's your actual feelings and thinking about all the community of PvP, like the new groups being created and other people making the personals and such?
I think you and I both have like the best answers for that front.
Yeah. So, a little fun fact. Me and Vanessa's been working on the sidelines. I can't mention too much detail, but we are working on our own PvP community as we speak. So we are very inspired by it, and we want to collaborate more down the road. But we're not ready to release things. But for as a community as a whole, I love seeing where it's going. I love the direction, how it's expanding right now. Especially seeing Fire Team and Go Fluff Yourself is now possibly collaborating here soon. Seeing it adapting, creating new opportunities. It's something inspired because right now I kind of see there's, in my own eyes, there is a little bit stagflation right now where there's really nothing really new just happened yet, but obviously there's a lot more happening in horizons than anything that's going about to happen.
Yes. And then, like for me personally, that also doesn't just apply to the PvP communities. That applies to almost every community that we host here, and like outside of what we host. I mean, like ultimately, I love seeing the growth of everything and the evolution of like what becomes revolutionized inside of a space like this. Because, like, when we think about it in the forefront, when we look at VR chat and we look at VR space as a whole, there is still a lot of unknowns, still a lot of underdeveloped systems. Everything is still growing. Everything is in its infancy. So seeing things like the PvP system from Fluff and the amount of communities that are behind that to help him innovate a system like that is honestly like just breathtaking. And it's amazing to see so many of these communities try to innovate in their own ways to how to involve a space like this.
Well, I see. Well, you told me about the PvP group that you also will be making, yeah? Are you planning to fight with other groups also? At this point?
Yes, hands down. Down the road, yes. But first, we need to develop, our own internal stuff first before any of that will happen. So.
Yes, our entire aim with this newly developed community is going to start with in-house, get all of our stuff set up, and then we plan to open the doors to collaborations.
Well, that's pretty neat. But yeah, what I wanted to also, so only you two had any experience about the PvP community, yeah? Or the others also had like experience with it from that team?
Well, I have more experience when it comes to on the development side than anything else. But she over here has more experience working directly because correct me if I'm wrong, you've been in the Blood Ravens for how long now?
I've been in the I am no longer part of the Blood Ravens, but when I was there, I was part of them for about 2 years of my time in the VR space. So yes, I had a lot of gunfights in my time there.
That means that you're a good lad. But yeah, what I will just say that I'm very happy that you guys are supporting all of this because yes, I'm sorry, love the community. It's very unstressing. But yeah, I think that's all. You guys are nice.
I think as long as you find a clear passion of what you like in this game, it won't be too long until you find a community you love to be a part of.
Yeah.
Exactly. Just to clarify, the PvP group that we're talking about, it's not part Projekt. That's our own thing. So.
Yes, that is an original IP. That's not Projekt related.
Down the road, make it a PvP map as a collaboration. But
yeah, I was thinking about it.
Yeah, no.
But yeah.
Now that quells any questions like in chat or here of like Projekt PvP when. because that's not going to be a thing. That's going to be maybe only in collaboration with other PvP groups.
Speaking of chat, whoever's on desktop, can you please pull up chat? So for case we're missing any questions from there,
I'm still modding. Don't worry
I
about
have
it.
it on Access Overlay, and I've been looking once in a while. I haven't seen any.
All right, sweet. All right, you go ahead.
Okay, good evening. La madre, sí estoy un poco nervioso. Okay. Sí. ¿Qué pasó? Okay. Okay, my question is here. It's about that this year. I saw that we are for the Hispanic
Def, you want to take over?
Yeah, do you want to help out with this one?
Yeah, help. This is your time to shine, Deathmatch.
Estoy muy nervioso. Estoy muy nervioso.
No te preocupes, todo está bien.
Sí. No, te lo digo en español o en inglés.
Me lo puedes decir en español, yo lo traduzco.
Sí. Bueno, también
bueno.
ella me va a ayudar. Ok. Bueno. Muy buenas tardes. Bueno, he visto que aquí, bueno, no sé si ya ha habido en años anteriores una participación de la comunidad hispana. Mi pregunta es, ¿por qué no hay más participantes aquí? Que, bueno, yo, en ejemplo, yo soy maestro de algo que se llama Spanish Dance Community. Soy maestro de salsa aquí en VR. Y yo, de hecho, yo no sabía de la existencia de esto. A mí me hubiera encantado que nosotros hubiéramos participado y de hecho jalar a más comunidades aquí para que nos sepan que nosotros existimos acá. Estamos aquí, estamos haciendo cosas como ya chicharito chingonas. También,
Yeah. Yeah. So, basically, what they are asking is that they are surprised that there is a booth for a Hispanic community, but why there aren't that many. La respuesta a esto es simple. No hemos tenido como que un gran extenso avance en esta parte. Yo soy de México, por cierto, pero no hemos tenido un gran extenso avance en poder traducir todo lo que hacemos y llegar a llevarlo a la otra parte de la frontera o incluso a la otra parte del lago, como dicen algunos. Sí quiero, o sea, personalmente yo sí quiero invitar más a la comunidad hispana, pero de hecho una comunidad hispana nos contactó, que es la de Forjadores. Y pues Forjadores es como, yo lo considero como que nuestra convención hermana personalmente, no sé por parte de los demás directores, pero la verdad yo no tendría ningún problema con invitar a tu comunidad o a Elspot o a algunas otras a tratar que sean parte de esto, pero sí.
De hecho, el detalle fue que a nadie nos invitó hasta que ya estuvimos en el evento. Aquí, o sea, por el problema del inglés no hay ningún problema. De hecho, mi director, ¿cómo se llama? Se llama Ray Crash, el creador del Spanish Dance Community, y Exa, que es la que es administrativa también, ellos dos son, y estamos afiliados al IDEA International Dance Association. Yo creo que yo soy el único que da, salsa. Ellos se especializan en baile urbano para la comunidad hispana. De hecho, nosotros tenemos aproximadamente como 300 miembros y estamos creciendo un poco más. O sea, por el tema del idioma, pues pues no hay ningún problema. El chiste es, ¿cómo se llama? Que se nos publique a todos, porque todos queremos participar, todos queremos que digamos el pedacito del pastel, porque esta es una gran oportunidad para que sepan sepan que nosotros estamos aquí, que nosotros queremos, ¿cómo se llama? Decir que a los anglófonos, francófonos, y demás, los que hablan chino, japonés, etcétera, que estamos acá.
Sí, es eso, simplemente ha sido un gran reto porque la verdad, como ya hemos dicho ahorita mucho, muchos estamos por voluntariado, a casi nadie se le ha pagado un peso, de hecho hemos invertido más en tratar de tener esto corriendo a lo que lo hemos logrado exportar a otros países, pero yo personalmente, pues la verdad, sí, me encantaría poder tener grupos que son dedicados a ciertas partes, porque por ejemplo ahorita tenemos nuestro equipo anglosajón, pero igual tenemos nuestro equipo alemán, que el equipo alemán aún no se ha desarrollado completamente para poder atacar bien toda Europa, y pues de allá pues tenemos que ver cómo igual desarrollar el equipo que va hacia Latinoamérica y a Japón, pero la verdad me encantaría trabajar e incluso colaborar con otros grupos como forjadores, como había mencionado antes, para poder traer más a la gente y poder hacer obviamente esta plataforma más grande y extensa. Pero ha sido algo que pues como la mayor parte, soy el único latino del grupo, es un poco difícil.
Quisiera acompañarte el próximo año y ser el segundo contigo. Y si quiere Cyber, que sea el tercero y ya no estaría solo.
Ya. Muchas gracias, sí. Guys, there's gonna be a lot of subtitles, honestly.
I'm gonna say, whoever's responsible for making the font for this dude is gonna have a hard time.
No, basically, long story short, they are surprised that, as I said, they are surprised that there's a small Hispanic group here. They are part of an official dancing, like international group, and they would love to help us to extend over to the Hispanic communities to bring them back on PJKT. So everybody who like shared this platform basically.
So best thing I could say, as the one advocate of the business team as well as media, best thing I could say in that front is we're definitely really wanting to look into expanding, like not just the American side of things, but we do want to expand into other regions. So Deathmap has definitely been helping connect with the like South American side and things like that. And on top of that, we have also, like, courtesy of Peacelight and myself, we've also been working to reach the Japanese market in terms of getting communities from that side in. As you probably noticed, we have 2 booths of theirs here. 3 booths. Yes, we have Virtual Market, we have Let's Play Japanese, which is highest community, and also Japan tours. But yes, like we are really trying to aim to and really, we really are wanting to. We would love to expand into and include communities from those regions as well.
Gracias por tu pregunta.
De nada. Y un chiste in English. How do you call a Mexican that lost his car?
Oh no.
Carlos.
No.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Oh, you're fine.
Okay.
Even Twitch had to pull down their sunglasses for a second there.
I would like to join to be representant on my my community because I told me that unfortunately the space are not available now, but I asked one moderator that it's possible that we can have a representative, and then I tried to be in contact with the staff, but I don't have love to respond to me. It's possible that can help me to do that.
Yeah. After Fest, we are gonna like assess like all the reviews and all the feedback, and we are gonna work. Oh, sorry. We're gonna work in. Después del festival vamos a dar todo el feedback básicamente y vamos a tratar de abrir de nuevo las aplicaciones para representantes, así que está pendiente a nuestros canales de anuncios en nuestro Discord y en nuestro YouTube. Pero sí. Pues cuidado, voy a tener.
Chris just like. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. Chris was just nodding like.
Puedes enviarme un mensaje que voy a tener en cuenta.
Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias. Y quiero que el siguiente año seamos más de 20 o 50 hispanohablantes aquí que vean que estamos acá y que podemos hacer cosas chingonas. Muchas gracias.
¡A huevo!
See, this is why I always need your help when it comes to contacting them until I like get out of this NA education problem.
Yeah.
Mind if I grab the deck real quick?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Have a great night.
Thank you.
You too.
Muchas gracias.
Right.
Maraming salamat.
So, oh.
Yeah, they can't.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, Emerald, you gotta go. You were next.
There's a
There's a
line.
whole line.
There's a line.
There's a whole line.
Thank you.
That was just the whole group.
Yep.
Nice. I think this is working.
Yep, you're good.
Let's see.
Yep.
So I was this. I'm not sure if this is actually happen. I'm assuming it's not from what I've seen, but I've seen some groups. So I've seen some groups like actually like being like officially like sponsored by the like VR chat itself. Like they'd have the like advertisement for the event within the actual like launch pad of your menu. So I was wondering if like not for this event obviously, but like for a future project community event, are you guys planning on reaching out to VR chat and for potentially having that kind of advertisement?
Since Carrot is here, shall I speak?
I'll speak right now for it.
Okay.
we do have plans for it. We do want to do that, especially for this year. But unfortunately, couple of things. One, we just don't have the funds. You know, this is all volunteers. This is our first time actually opening a marketplace. So we're hoping some of the funds that we get here of this year be able to support to do that type of things. And secondly, you know, we need to open direct communications with VRChat, which we haven't fully done yet. So those two things have to happen first before we're able to do that stuff. So, but it is in the plans. We do want to do it.
On the business side of things, like yes, 100%, we'd say we'd love to get PJKT to have its own section, but obviously, I can't guarantee that's going to happen next year or the year after that. We don't know when it's going to happen, but it's definitely in our plans to make it happen one year.
Yeah.
One day we'll make it.
And like, I guess that's all. Thank you.
Thanks for your question.
We thank you.
Thank you for the question.
And there goes the traveling circus, dude.
Oh no, it's Lyric. Run! No, I'm kidding.
I got a question because I heard there was a little bit back and forth on it, and I didn't get to attend last year's one. Are you guys doing HorrorCon again this year?
Wait until the close of the ceremony.
It's a
before
bit
I can't confirm or deny. So
Too soon to ask.
It's a
we
bit early.
cannot disclose anything yet at this current time when it comes to that.
I heard back and forth. Well, since we're doing stand-up, what does a farmer use to count his cows? A calculator. Thank you. I'll be
Oh my
God, everybody.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
I can't believe I stayed awake for this.
It's fucking 4 a.m.
I woke up early too for this.
Alright, so I got
Oh my god.
wow. That, oh, what?
No, you're fine.
Say
Go
ahead.
Just go ahead.
Yeah.
Continue.
Many times I've seen you guys have been collabing with big companies like Virtual Market over there, which is pretty cool. I will say, I've seen their world, it's very insane and detailed. I wonder, and seeing some of their sponsors too, it's quite crazy. So I wonder if you guys are going to plan this collab with like big companies like Disney, some media companies, whatnot, Discovery. Just seeing how far you guys can go with your little thing, and maybe like work with other like big companies out there.
Okay.
So,
I'll take over for a moment.
Okay.
So with that one, we do want to work with companies. We do want to collaborate and get sponsorships all that 9 yards. That's something that we still work in progress as we speak right now. The one figure that we noticed this year, what VCAT has is all the Japanese companies. They're very easy to work with because they're more want to work with newest and greatest technologies. While in America, it's a bit different. They want a platform that they know that it's working, that knows that that they can get some sort of revenue back, basically. And that's kind of one of the challenges that we're facing.
Yeah. So one thing I'll mention is it's definitely in the plans to look into getting sponsorships and other collaborations with big companies like those, much like how Virtual Market does. But as Veeps mentioned here, like coming from business side of things, the Western market operates a little differently and not as open to the virtual space compared to something like the Japanese side. Because one thing you have to remember is that both departments from Japanese corners, like for example Disney Plus, their Japanese identity acts very different to the Western identity. So they both act very separately. So while Disney Plus with Virtual Market is a lot more open to the idea of VR space, it takes a little more convincing with companies on the Western market. So it's something we're definitely wanting to work on and wanting to expand into, but it's going to take us some time to be able to do stuff like that.
Yeah, kind of like a little extra on the side is that we kind of like do not see ourselves probably not giving our services to a company like that, like a big company, but also we want to keep festival for the communities most of, for as long as we can get through, and we don't want to really put something that could overshadow the communities that we showcase, because at the end like maybe just a banner on the bottom of the stream, but we really don't want to do like everything like, hey, everything is so and so copyrighted stuff, whatever. Like I don't know, it's really hard because we really want to go community first when it comes to all these showcases.
Ultimately, at the end of the day, yes, by the community for the community. That is the notion we stand for. And even if we do hit that point where we're able to bring in bigger corporate companies and things like that, we do want to make sure that we can guarantee and we can make sure that we emphasize to every participant in here that we are not going to change how PJKT operates or how its events are ran. Everything at the end of the day will still be by the community for the community. That is something that we will guarantee will still stay there.
Alright, I understand. I wish you guys best of luck on trying to aim big and, well, be up there with some of the big boys and respected by some of the big companies. Yeah, I wish you luck.
Thank you very much.
And I'll say this really quickly. If anyone's part of a major business or part of their marketing team or whatever, feel free to DM me or email at business@projectcommunity.com. We're more welcome, to collaborate or talk or quote, whatever you want. So
yes. All right, next question.
Welcome back, Maple.
Hello.
Welcome back.
I have a general question for everyone here. So you guys said you're constantly hardworking at this large passion project you all have. How do you guys cope with the stress? And second question, do you guys do any form of group bonding activities to get to know each other better so you guys don't have communication problems in the future?
Fortnite.
Fortnite.
Okay. So okay. First question. First question. Okay. So answer first question on my own personal takes on this. To answer the first question, we all talk shit to each other. That's how we get through a lot of this. But no, in actual hindsight, no, we actually do give each other feedback, and we do make sure each other's grows alongside one another, and that's one thing that really drives a lot of us to keep moving.
Yeah.
To answer the second question. Yes, as a matter of fact, we do, as mentioned before, previously, we do bi-weekly meetups, and those are not only those do not only act as our meetings so that everyone knows what's going on during that week and who's working on what, but we also use that time a lot to actually, go into game worlds or just, hang out in a chill world and everything and get to talk to each other. So it doubles as a meeting and a social event for us. And that's kind of one thing we try to use to make sure our team has good morale and is able to keep pushing forward.
Exactly. Another thing to add on to that, all of our meetings, we don't act professionals at all, be honest. We try to avoid that because, this is volunteer at the end of the day. It's not like we're making money off of here, so we have to make it, a fun environment where people want to collaborate, want to go out. So we always have to make sure any VRChat world we go to has to have pins and a video player. So if anyone wants to show off something, they just put in the video player done, or if like something comes to mind, here, let's draw out together in 3D space. Or write notes. Let me actually bring up that slide to show a piece of that. Come on, there we go. Hold it a second, you will see that on the screen. Example of that. So.
Yeah, and like on top of that as well is like, as I mentioned, the joke about talking shit to each other is actually kind of not that far from the truth. You've probably seen it here with some of the other questions. A lot of us make jokes with each other as like they're answering and things like that. And yeah, we definitely do banter, and that happens a lot within our meetings. We have moments where we'll just hit pockets where we go completely off topic and everything, and that's just what we do. We try to invoke and try to purposely promote a fun environment even during our meetings, just so that people don't feel like they're being overwhelmed with a bunch of work, and also allows them to have time to socialize and have fun with each other and make it still feel like a passion project instead of work.
We're not a corporate space at all.
And on top of that, the main thing is everyone got each other's back here. For example, I'm here like to tell me, stop working, bat. All right, I will take care of it instead. All right, or vice versa. So.
Yes, we do yell at each other quite a lot.
We all have each other's backs, and we all jump on Spade's back.
Best way to describe it is we're not just a team; we're a family. A lot of us treat each other like brothers and sisters when it comes to this group.
Good.
No. I'll say not only that, we do also partake on each other's activities here and there. Like Wolveeps has hangout, we check them out. Want to makes like a concert every now and then. I join off of him. Well, as of late I haven't occupied to do it, but I have joined off of him while he's playing like on a Black Cat. Oh, not on a Black Cat, on a Great Pug. Be specific. Yuki does karaoke nights with the Kocho no Yakuza, and I have joined in there to sing.
And I mean, Yuki and I for a good while as well.
Game night. Both Novit and Chris do game nights. Chris does game nights every weekend for PJKT, except during the festival. We do go there
over in like the middle section.
Yeah. Like we can like still interact like with each other's kind of like creations.
I mean, for God's sakes, me and Yuki have fought several times as both Kocho members for the longest time when he used to roleplay in that community.
Yeah.
I should tune into those karaoke nights one night.
Yeah, they're fun.
Bet.
I'd say just kind of add on to that a little bit, while we go to each other's events, we also support each other's projects, whether it be like upcoming experiences, or upcoming film projects, or really anything that the staff makes. We all support each other in one way, shape, or another. I know my personal experience. I've actually had. I've had a lot of these fine people on my podcast, and I'll go, check out what they're doing, and it's always a back and forth. We all care for each other's, projects, and we wish each other to succeed in everything that we do. That's just kind of bounce off what Vanessa said. It really is like a family. You come in and you are welcome with open arms, no matter what the situation is.
Who was that dude? Who spoke just now?
I don't know.
I was gonna say.
I'm the punching bag. Yeah, it works too.
Come on. No.
Yeah,
I was gonna say.
But anyway, one more talk, then I will let for the next question.
Yeah. Are you gonna go, DevMap? You were gonna say something.
No, I was gonna say that. Let's go to the next person. Yeah.
All right, let's move on.
That's probably the last because I don't see anyone else in the line.
That's another thing that's also frequent in our meetings. We always get discombobulated with each other.
Yeah.
Hi, Monk.
お疲れ様です. Sorry, I had to.
お疲れ様です。
Represent. What's up? Question: as media team and people that love to have a very big heart for media and so many amazing roleplay communities around here, is there any either personal projects that you can talk about, or even just PJKT projects that are working with them, in terms maybe telling a story, or like be able to like a cool trailer, or maybe something similar to like what we've seen this past week with the Coachino Boss Rush, where we can get an insight with the other groups and how they function? Is there any plans for that in future events, or just future like festivals and stuff like that?
There's literally going to be one event in in half an hour, hosted by the Lab Unit, if you know. So that's also one other RP group event that's gonna be happening.
I mean, I think the best way to word it is that, like, I think the best way I can word it is that we are completely open with with pretty much anyone and everyone that wants to collaborate with us, and we will like. It's definitely like a lot of different events that I can promise that people have been creative with us, and I mean, we'd love to bring that forward and love to get that exposure out there, and love to work with them as much as we can.
Cool. Because people said jokes, I have a good joke for y'all. How many tickles does it take to make a squid laugh?
I know the answer.
I already know the answer to this one too.
I know. I think I know, but I'm not even gonna go with it.
Tickles!
Oh man, now you're just doing flipping nautical puns
I'm
on
gonna deal
porpoise.
with you later in Petro.
Okay.
That's even worse in Kocho events. What are you talking about, Yuki?
Next event.
Yeah, next
Alright,
one, next
one
one.
last.
Yeah.
Is he on?
Yep.
Yeah, nice.
Hello.
So,
Hello.
so ever since I first joined Project Community, I always thought about the one question that certainly truly what makes Project best still best of me now then. Well, in a second, but what kind of assets do you actually want to see when creating events like this, or if you wanted to create your first game, like what kind of assets would you want to give the fans what they actually want to see in a maybe in the next event or two, or maybe in a video game, just to please the audience?
Well, but it really comes down to the feedback we get. But what we want to see is we want to see more collaborations. So we have to think about how we can incorporate that design structure into that. Like for example, as our last fest, it's just a stage and open space, right? That wasn't quite doing it. but so we decided to change it a little more up, right? We didn't quite like the cyberpunk feel to it. We want to be more festival-like. So, but yet bring comfort like what VRChat's known for. So we added like the bean bags. We added more lights around. We added a lot more graffiti to represent more community. We made it more vibrant. You know, when it comes to the assets, it's never evolving. So there's really no true one asset at the end of the day. It's just about how can we improve the experience overall for everyone, including ourselves. We made a lot of new assets for staff this year. Where it makes it easier. For example, our RT team worked hard and tirelessly that they made a whole entire database center for both staff and you guys, where the representatives can upload a booth to the SDK, and that booth now can be seen by staff members, and they can download it or review it in the website and approve it, and use another software that just randomizes the booth placements to make sure everyone, is happy and all that stuff, and move some booths around manually if then say one computer is incompatible with another. That's a prime example. Another example is if you tap up and down on your menu or press M on your keyboard, you might notice there's a timer that says next event. That will that's in sync with our database. So each time we modify it and say an event host is canceled, we can easily remove that event off the list. Or let's say event host very last minute for some reason, if we do allow it, which is very slim, we might move that event like time-wise here and there, like a day or two, or a different hour of the day. But we will give the public a notice, and it's able to do that. And our events don't have to go to VRChat, then go to Discord, and go to this place and that place, and our Twitter, just to send out an event notice. All they do is go one location on the website. It does it all for them.
Yeah. I guess another thing, and I guess another thing to add on, the other thing I'll add on, when you're talking about specifically like assets and collaboration with communities and things like that, I mean, technically that has already begun since the beginning of this, because when you look at it's not just media team, but if you look at people like Pesky and his world team, all of them come from other communities, and all of them come like all of those are modelers for other communities and do them for worlds for other communities. So a lot of them actually, a lot of the assets you see in here is mostly modified stuff from things they've already done with other communities. So a lot of this actually comes from other communities itself, and they're just collaborated into our team. So that's already begun, and that can continue to happen with our world team as Pesky grows it.
Well, certainly that's the best response I've ever heard. But, I think
Can you hold the mic so we can hear you?
Yeah, I appreciate all the responses we have. It's just feedback's more important these days. And I know VRChat has changed a lot in the past 10 years. But I don't even know what the future will hold now, but let's just hope that you can still create events that would truly engage the entire VRChat community, no matter what. So I thank you for that.
It's about bringing people together.
We'll definitely say that is the goal.
Yeah, that is the goal. And two, I'll say this right now. Even let's say for some reason that I hope this doesn't happen, and I doubt it will ever happen. But let's say VRChat one day goes down, Project Fest won't disappear with it. We have other plans to move around if needed. So.
Yeah. All right. So I think we have time for I think we have time for one more question on stream, but if you guys have more questions after that, I think some of us will be happy to stay in the instance. And so if you guys want to just approach us, feel free, but we'll do this one last one on stream, and then we'll get it going, sent to our next event. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Yeah. All right.
I don't think the next event's streamed at all, but yeah, it sounds good though. The stream team needs a break. They're 30 minutes overdue.
Yeah. So let's end this off here, and then everything else will just be done off stream.
Right, can you hear me loud and clear? Over.
Yep.
Yes. Hello.
All right. Jesus Christ, it feels like I'm standing in front of the goddamn council here. Oh God. My apologies. Just never done this before.
Okay,
It's
you
alright.
probably
I
were.
wish we had like a little panel table right here to make it feel like more like a con, to be less intimidating. But go ahead.
Alright, so my question, it goes out to all of you here so far. So, tell me, over the past 10 years, or at least over the past VR chat careers of, I don't know, all of you or something, what was the best moment for you throughout your whole VR chat experience in general?
Closing ceremony of 23.
Hands down.
You know what? That's a good pick. Yeah, no, I can agree with you there.
Yeah.
Is it fun to go into detail about that?
Go for
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Go for it.
Cool, let me stand up for this. So, honestly, nothing has put more emotion in me than the closing ceremony of last year's fest, just because of what that event meant, and especially like how much of a challenge it was going from like day one, not even knowing where we were, and then 6 months later having a whole entire festival. Because Fest 23 was all done in 6 months. We just wanted to see if we could prove that we could do it in 6 months, and somehow we did it. And so as I was standing on stage, as like the clock kept on ticking down, I just kept on getting more and more emotional over the fact of just seeing 54 communities like out there, and then like knowing the fact that the hundreds of people that popped up, surpassing 10K viewers when it comes to the world, and realizing how much good was done. And I've never had that moment before. I've never had that moment where I just started bursting into tears, where I started to have to fight tears in order to go and speak. I've never had the moment. Playing this game for 6 years, never happened once. And that was the day that it happened. And honestly, that's getting me so excited as well for the stuff going down here for this year's fest. And imagine how much emotion that's going to be for Fest 24, because we already passed 10K. We're even past 15,000 when it comes to views. We nearly doubled when it comes to the boost here. 107. Jesus Christ. So if you're wondering,
officially doubled.
Yeah, we basically
We're over
doubled.
21,000.
Shut up. No
We're
way.
over 21,000 world visits.
Oh my
as it stands
God.
right now.
Yep.
This is the love that I'm talking about. This is the love that I'm talking about right here when it comes to Fest. So,
and we have 2,600 VRC groups right now.
Holy
Yeah, I don't know if you saw the announcement, Chris, but actually on the second day when we hit trending on VRChat.
Damn.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like knowing about what happened in closing ceremony last year, I'm honestly super happy with how Fest is going right now, and honestly, I cannot wait for how much emotion is going to be overflowing with me with closing ceremony for this year. So last year's Fest closing ceremony was the best for me.
To add on to that. Yeah. to add on to Chris's statement, like honestly, like even leading up to closing ceremony was like the biggest day for me, because I remember specifically on the second day of 2023's Fest, I had a situation which was honestly the biggest thing that actually brought me to tears even before the closing ceremony. And it was during that time, I think I speak for a few of us, when some of us had some doubts of like if PJKT was going to blow up that year. We launched it without any expectation of what was going to happen. And that second day was the day that solidified that this was something, because I'm not even kidding, like about 20 different people, and like 90% of them not even knowing each other, walk up to me and said, "This is an amazing thing. When are you guys doing the next one?" Those were the two main questions I got from people. And I remember specifically in that moment, after that, like after the last person went and did that, I went in like the directors and team leads call, and everyone that was in there, I told them of what I was hearing from folks, and like almost all of us right then and there just burst into tears, because we all knew in that moment that that was something. This is something that is growing and showing a passion for. And then we were able to fully express what everyone was feeling from that second day onto the closing ceremony. And I don't think anyone there held back tears, especially with Chris.
All right, to answer your question, from me, I don't really have one singular moment at all. It's just really for me, it's everything. It's because it's been a snowball effect ever since I joined this platform. I originally came on this platform just to create an anime show, and just that ended up never happening. But instead, I fell in love with the community and what's able to become. You know, this is a platform where you can create anything you want, long as it was fair, of course. And make it into basically reality here. Your limits, your imagination, and it just me pursuing that. This became a snowball effect. Just started as a VTuber, and then it's doing skits. VRC TikToker. Then worked for VRCon for a bit. Then worked with VKT for a bit. Then I should say work. I should say volunteer. VKT, correction, volunteer. Yeah. But then with all that, I started learning from many others. How to build worlds. Then build my own content creator community for a time period. Right now we're in restructure phase. We're going more focus on media production and specifically content creators. And then also being director of Projekt Community now. It just every moment it's mind blowing how far, and especially the Telly Award is just that's something that's really touching to me, because none of us would never expect we will receive that or win that, yet alone. And
let alone the gold.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure, like Novid and Chris and Vanessa said, this closing ceremony, we will be the emotional that we ever been. And I'd
be surprised if Chris, before we even go live, doesn't bawl his eyes out. I would be
that's the
surprised
reason
if he
I'm
doesn't.
constantly on mute before those ceremonies.
Yeah.
Well,
If
in this case, oh, sorry. Continue.
Oh, sorry, latency.
So many people here.
Yeah.
Sorry, just latency.
I think I think I want to take a moment because I think I'm about to get emotional for myself here, because when I went into this platform, I think 3 years ago when I was brought into this because of TikTok, and if it wasn't for this floof over there, I wouldn't get interest in this platform. And
you're talking to two of them, so which one are you pointing at?
The director. The floofiest director. I mean, the floofiest director.
Me?
And
about to say, you have any idea how little that narrows it down?
Okay, the media director. The media director.
We already know. No, it's Wolveeps. It's Wolveeps.
It's Wolveeps. This is.
Yeah, if it if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be into this platform, and I have grown much more interest to this platform, and seeing how the community has gone together, and because of that, I am currently, when I got it, I mean, just now today, I am currently half a year in VR, and I have never been more happier to see them in my own eyes than
We got you, dog. We got you, dog.
to get the actual experience and what I wanted to feel for the past 3 years.
Now that is beautiful.
Group hug, let's go.
Like the beginning of this year has been
I'm
really.
on favor now. I'd give you a hug if I could.
The beginning of this
You
year
know what?
has
You'll
really
get
been
your
the
chance
happiest.
once this live stream ends, and once this question's over.
We got
We'll
you,
all hop
dog.
off here, and you guys will be free to talk to us.
Like, honestly, again, if it wasn't for Wolveeps, if it wasn't for the whole team, if it wasn't for the whole platform, the whole community, I would have not been the happiest person I know.
Aww. Beautiful. You gotta love a happy ending. You gotta love it.
Yeah.
Ah.
All right. But yeah, while we let him recuperate, that's like that's the last question we have time for on the stream. However, we will be staying in here. Some of us will be, except for Two Step and Yuki, because I'm forcing them to go to bed after this. But regardless of the fact, is a lot of us will be staying here. So if you guys have additional questions, then
We should have breakfast.
we'll be here. So feel free to just stop, like, come gather around us, talk, whatever you want to do, and everything. We'll be heading off the stage here in a moment. But yeah, thank you all for coming in. For those on the Twitch, like, or watching the VOD, thank you all for taking the time to watch and everything. I hope you gained a little more insight, and not just like Veeps and what the media team does, but maybe just a little insight of like who we are as individuals and why we enjoy the things that we do. So, like, yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and with that, like, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the fest, the rest of the events, all the communities that are here, and I hope all of you guys have a blast for this entire week, and we can't wait to see you at whatever event we have in store for you after this.
Exactly. And for those who, like as we mentioned many times on stage, if you guys want to collaborate with us or want to sponsor us or support us in any way, shape, or form, please do, because like I said, I do want to pay.
We would be very
folks
greatly
here on
appreciated.
stage.
Mm-hmm.
So
I can wave too. Let's go.
But yeah, email us at business at projectcommunity.com or support us with our merch. If you or our VRC Marketplace. Fun fact, if you purchase anything from VRC Marketplace, you get priority queuing, so you don't have to wait as long for getting into these main instances anymore.
Yes.
Also Ko-Fi and anything else that we may sell.
Wait.
And if you don't know where to find all this information,
Yeah. Oh, go on. But
I was just gonna say, if you want to quickly find all this information as well, we have it directly in the world. All you have to go is right at the entrance. There is a booth specifically that has all of our info right there for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and outside of that, I also know that like times are struggling. Like we appreciate any kind of donation or appreciation that we have for the future. But outside of that, also word of mouth helps way over a ton. So go tell this about Projekt Community to your mother, to your father, to your friend, to the guy that's still like role playing their own world. Tell this to everybody that you know. The exposure also helps. It's something like retweet, share, watch the YouTube videos, like a little bit of everything. Like even if you don't have like obviously like I understand some people don't have the means to support that way, but if you have 5 minutes of your time, watch our videos, share our stuff, tell everybody about
Spread the
PJKT.
word.
Tell everybody how we make history. Okay.
Novid, you have something to say?
So one last thing to kind of add on, if you guys do make art, if you're familiar with social media or any type of media production and are interested in joining the media team, please apply using the Discord, discord.gg/PJKT. There's a team applications channel in there. You can apply to be on the media team or any other team inside of the project community staff. Please, if you're interested or you make amazing stuff, please go apply. We would love to, get to know you a little bit more and, get you on the team.
Yeah, for sure. If you guys at all even just want to be able to come in, like if you want to support us another way, like we do actually recommend applying for your team. Like it's a great opportunity, and you guys but obviously it is volunteer work, but the best thing we can offer you right now is give you guys an opportunity to learn something new, or maybe even enhance the skills you already know. So yeah, by all means, come and learn with us.
And also to add on to that, if you become part of us, hey, who else can say that they're a part of a Telly award-winning team?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But with that being said, we've overstayed our welcome already. So We hope you guys enjoy the rest of Fest for tonight. I think this is the last live stream event, but we are going to give them a break. But this isn't the end of the events for today. And obviously, we have more events for the rest of this week until the 7th. Excluding the 4th, because obviously, American funny holiday. But
USA!
but with that being said, though, obviously, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of Fest, and we can't wait to see you at our next event afterwards.
Hasta luego.
Bye-bye.
Welcome to the crew.
Yeah, welcome to the crew.
I gotta head to bed. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night, Two-Step.